Alright, this is the Momiji tutorial I was talking about I was going to do. I'm basically just going to go over her counter poking, post stun, and her launchers. I'm not going to really get too deep into the character unless like people want me to go farther and keep sharing more knowledge. But she's basically a stun launch character that doesn't really have a lot of mix-up potential because her stance, her jumping stance, doesn't really give you anything on block. It's great on hit, but it doesn't give anything really on block, so it's not really a good mix-up. She has a good advantage type move, but that is what it is. Like, she doesn't have a good high-low mix-up. It's all like mid-throw, or so she's, in my opinion, one of the more defensive characters in the game that thrives on stun launch, as she can get around 70 to 80 points of damage with just stunning you and then launching you right away. So she's not that strong in the whole mix-up department, like going wild on you type thing, if you will. Alright, so now that I told you what Momiji about, we're just going to get right into it with her. And my personal take on her, how I would play her. Basically, I'm going to start with counter poking, things you would use post stun, and then like I'll just go over her launchers real quick. In general, she gets about 70 to 90 per stun launch combo, which is how I think she should be played, and you really shouldn't, unless you have to delve into the stun system too much. But just to start off, my main counter poking is obviously punch punch. It's the fastest she has for the most part. She has a 10 frame jab. She has good follow-ups from it. She has a step killer. She has all the shenanigans in the world for the most part. And then she also has the 12 frame mid that gives her 2 launchers on counter hit. She can either get up kick real fast. I have it on the fastest struggling setting, so just to keep note on that. She has that one. Well, up kick as a launcher. She can't get her slower launchers like 66k, but she can get up 8p as well, and those all give pretty decent damage. As you can see, like she gets 73 for just for stun launch. That's why I don't think you should really delve too far into it. But other than that, you got punch punch, forward punch, the basic 2p, 1p. That's for people trying to sidestep you. Back P, that's for people trying to sidestep you, and that also gives you some launchers as well. And then she has, I'm going to do it so that the computer will block it, but she has that. It's minus 14, but it gives a really good pushback, so punishing it will be kind of hard. It won't be I'm pretty sure people can find some things to punish it, but for the most part it'll be pretty hard to do. And then I'm going to go over her post stun options at this right here, because like I said, she's stun launch. You don't really want to go too deep into it. You just want to stun somebody and then go, and like force them to make a decision at that point. But basically, once you get post stun, I'm assuming that this will probably be your main tool for if you do get a counter hit on somebody, if not some other random attack which other people will want to use. But for just sake of demonstration, I'll show off a 6p. So after you get this, you can hit with that. They have to hold it. They can't do anything. Once you're here and that stun is on the screen, then it's really time to get in there and do a launcher at that point, because you can get any launcher once you hit with that. Once you hit with down four punch, any launcher is available to you at that point. They can't slow escape anything, and that's probably one of her slower launchers. Is a quarter circle forward punch. You also have this at your disposal. Obviously, the juggles vary depending on how far or how not you went into the stun threshold. So as you see, you can't really get much. But for the most part, when you hit a stun, you want to either do, I don't know what I'm thinking, down forward punch, because that gives you the most out of every situation, and it's a mid. Like nothing can be done about it. So we'll just go from there. Anyways, if you hit with a counter hit with 3p. That opens up that, which once you hit with this, that's another free. That's free. They might be able to hold it, but like you have to be slow escaping like a madman and then already do it, which it is whatever, because holds do so little damage as is anyway. Another good attack she has out of a post stun situation, well after a 3p anyway, is up forward kick. I have it on the fastest struggling and then set to block, so you won't see it, but unless you slow escape at the fastest, and maybe even faster, you can't struggle out of that. Like it's a pretty much a free launcher. They might be able to turn around that hole, but like I said, it is what it is. It's there. It's really hard to get out of that for the most part. And then she has other launchers as well, which is down forward, down. Oops, I failed. That's quarter circle forward punch, down forward punch, which is a really good launch. I think that launches on normal hit, and I mean, it can kind of high crush, but don't worry about that. This, if I was y'all, I would strictly use that only in stun because it's just unsafe. It only has one hit. It's just an easy punish. 8p fast. It gives you about 80 damage on pretty much any juggle. You can just stun launch out of pretty much anything. So that's like one of her better launchers, as well as up kick as well. That's also a good launcher. Then she has, well, that, which is that's also unsafe, but it's a good little mix-up tool after they start getting wary. It might hit them on certain occasions, but I wouldn't really focus on that one too much. And for the most part, you just want to just go right into it and just get the free damage, because that's a little bit more than just a punishing throw at that point. And it gives you, she doesn't have to worry about wake up kicks either, because she has jump back and you can do that as well. And you can kind of hit a button to propel yourself and get away from the wake up kicks. You don't really have to worry about wake up kicks with her. But just know that after that, you're always golden. And you're pretty much in the driver's seat, and they have to hold something at that point. There's no low, especially since the low hold nerf leaves you off forever. Even if you hit him with that and you see the low hold come out, you can still kind of react to it for the most part and still punish it or reset it, which is what a lot of people are doing. You can just reset it with something, anything, any good damage is stun. Alright, the last thing I wanted to go over with Momiji is her jumping stance. It's not that good on block. It's pretty awful on block, but on hit, it leaves you in a really advantageous situation. Well, most people right now are just going to hold and try to take that all day because they figure that's the best situation they can get out of it. But in reality, you can actually stop it short and get a 3P if they keep low holding. If they start mid holding, you got them where you want them anyway. If they start mid and high holding and whatnot, because then you got that, you got the throw, you get so much stuff after it. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put them on low hold real quick. Put it on fastest because I don't even think you can really go anywhere else with it. So here we go. You get a stun. Well, I'm not even gonna bother doing this. I'm just gonna do this because it is a mid kick, which makes it even better. So because you have a mid kick, they're like, okay, I'll take that all day, and you're just like, all right, quit blocking. I guess I will start. They low hold, they're going up. You can't hold the second kick. Just to keep that in mind. That can be held. It's not the easiest thing to hold, but it can be. Once people start holding that, she also has another follow-up that leads right into it the same way, and it actually gives a launcher. You actually get a combo, as you can see, which gives 82 damage. So you get a lot of damage just for running that move, which is a good move. You get so many ways into it because of just the way the character works. See what I'm saying? Just get in there. Get him. She has that, but like I said, this is a mid. Nobody really cares about the mid. They're more worried about taking that big damage, which is what everybody's worried about taking. Nobody wants to take that damage. So they're okay with that damage. They're not okay with that. What they're okay with is that. They're okay with that damage. So we're trying to make them not stop low holding. If they start high holding, then who cares? Start throwing them or something. Because they could actually block her. I think they can block after they mid and high hold. But if they're slow escaping it, just follow up. If they're not slow escaping it, finish it. Force them to make a choice with it. And with that, I'm going to end this whole Momiji tutorial. I'll do more if people want me to, or different characters. There are some other characters I'm going to do anyway for fun. But if you have a request, just let me know, and we'll get to it.